Good day viewers, you're welcome back to Shabez online tutorial. In today's tutorial, we're going to learn how to use mid-ordinate rule to evaluate Integra. If you are new here, consider subscribing to my channel and also follow me on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram at Shabez online tutorial. So the question on the board read, evaluate integral of exponential minus x squared over 3 dx and the interval is from 0 to 2.4. Using mid-ordinate rule with 6 interval and correct to 4 decimal places. So let's get started. Solution. So if you are using mid-ordinate rule to evaluate integral, the first thing we are going to do is to get the width of the interval. And the width of the interval, which is denoted as small letter d, which is equal to the ranges all over interval. And the ranges is the difference between the upper limit and the lower limit. So the upper limit is what? 2.4, then minus the lower limit, which is 0, all over the interval. And the interval given from the question is 6. So divided by 6, which is equal to what? 2.4 minus 0 is going to give us 2.4. Then divided by what? The interval, which is 6. So if you divide 2.4 by 6, it's going to give us what? 0.4. So 0.4 is the width of the interval. So after getting the width of the interval, the next thing we are going to get is to get the ordinate. And the ordinate is going to be occur from what? Starting from the lower limit, which is 0 to 2.4. So first thing you are going to do is to write the lower limit, which is 0, then comma. So the next one is going to be, you are going to be adding this width of the interval to the lower limit. We are going to continue adding until we reach the upper limit. So if you add 0.4 to 0, it's going to give us what? 0.4, comma. Add 0.4 to 0.4 is going to give us 0.8. 0.8. Then add 0.4 to 0.8 is going to give us what? 1.2. Then add 1.2 to 0.4 is going to give us 1.6. Then add it to 1.6 is going to give us 2.0. Then add 2.0 to 0.4 is going to give us what? 2.4. And remember, the upper limit is 2.4. So we have successfully get the ordinate. So the next thing we are going to get is to get the mid-ordinate. So mid-ordinate is going to be what? To get the mid-ordinate point, we are going to first add the first two, which is 0 and 0.4. You take the mean, add the 2 divided by 2. Then you remove the 0, add the next 2 points, you divide it by 2, you remove this one, add, continue to the last one. So the first one is what? 0, 0 plus 0.4, then you divide it by 2. We are going to have what? 0.2. 0.2, comma, then you remove this 0. The 0.4 plus 0.8, then you divide it by 2. We are going to have what? 0.6. We are going to have 0.6. You remove this one. The 0.8 plus 1.2, then you divide it by 2. We are going to have what? 1.0. Then remove this one. 1.2 plus 1.6, then you divide it by 2. We are going to have what? 1.4. Then you remove this one. Then 1.6 plus 2.0 divided by 2, we are going to have what? 1.8. Then you remove this one. 2.0 plus 2.4 divided by 2 is going to give us what? 2.2. So here are the mid-ordinate points. So the next thing we are going to do is to draw a table. So draw a table. So the first column of the table is going to be denoted as x because we are integrating this integral with respect to x. So, and the next is going to be the function, which is equal to what? Exponential raised to the power of minus x squared over 3. So this is the function. So all these points, well, we are going to substitute all these points in place for So the next thing we're going to do, we're going to substitute all these points under the column for x. So the first one is what? 0.2, 0.6, 1.0, 1.4, then 1.8, then 2.2. So here are the points. So the next one is anywhere we see x, we are going to replace all these points. So the first one is 0.2. We are going to replace 0.2 here. But if you are pressing this in calculator, you have to be very, very careful. What you're going to do first is 0.2, you replace it here. Minus 0.2 square is going to give you positive number. Remember, if you are taking the square of a negative number, if a negative number is raised to the power of even number, because this is 2, all your result is going to be positive number. 0.2 square is going to give you a positive answer. Divide the answer by 3, you press equal to, then take exponential of answer. It's going to give us what? 0.98676. 0.98676. So the next one is 0.6. Substitute 0.6 here. Minus 0.6 square is going to give you positive answer. Then divide it. Sometimes you may press calculator, it will still give you negative answer. But remember, any negative number raised to the power of even number is going to be positive. So divide it by 3, you press equal to, then take the exponential of answer. It's going to give us what? 0.88692. 0.88692. So the next one is 1.0. Plug in 1.0 square minus 1.0 square is going to give you positive 1. 1 divided by 3, you press equal to, take the exponential of answer, is going to be what? 0.71653. 0.71653. So the next one is 1.4. Plug in minus 1.4 square, then press equal to, divided by 3, press equal to, take the exponential of answer, is going to be what? 0.52031. 0.52301. So the next one is 1.8. Sorry, it's going to be what? 52031. 52031. So the next one is 1.8. Plug in minus 1.8 square, it will give you positive answer. Divide it by 3, then take exponential of answer, is going to be 0.33960. 0.33960. The next one is 2.2. Minus 2.2 square, it will give you positive answer. Divide by 3, it will give you another positive answer. Then take exponential of answer, is going to give us what? 0.19922. 0.19922. Now we have successfully filled this column. The next thing is to write the formula, the mid-ordinate rule formula used to evaluate integra. And the formula is given as integral of a to b. This is the limit. Then the function with respect to the x is approximately what? Width of the interval. Width of interval. Then multiply by what? Multiply by sum of all ordinates. So here are the ordinates. Now it's very easy now to substitute to this formula. The width of the interval is here, which is 0.4, and sum of all ordinates. Here are the ordinates. We are going to sum everything together and substitute to this place. So the integral given is integral of what? 0 to 2.4. 2.4, the function exponential minus x squared over 3 dx, which is approximately what? Width of the interval, which is 0.4, then multiply by what? Sum of all ordinates. If you sum all these ordinates together, we are going to have what? 3.64934. 3.64934. So the next thing is to multiply them together. So it's going to be what? Approximately 0.4 multiplied by 3.64934 is going to give us 1.4597. 1.4597 to what? 4 decimal places. Because the question says we should correct our answer to 4 decimal places. So this is how to use mid-ordinate rule to evaluate integral. Thanks for watching, and please don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Also follow me on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram at Shabes Online Tutorial. Thanks.